Hello, and welcome back to some more Magic the Gathering, playing some more Pauper once again, and today we're playing some more Affinity again. I played some Affinity last week, I think. It's been a foggy couple days, if you know what I mean, but we're playing some more Affinity again. Uh, I don't know, I just want to play this deck again. So, what do we got going on with this deck? Before we do that, I just want to say I asked a question last video about what Magic content creators and stuff you watch. And I have another question, and that is, what do you think the best current format is? Pauper, Modern, Commander, Pioneer, Legacy, Standard. There's a million limited. There's a million formats. What's one? What do you think the best format is? And two is like, what format do you play the most? I pretty much only play Magic Online or with like a kitchen table group. There's not really any Magic firing off at any LGSs near me. So I don't really play insert. Plus, I also work nights, so that doesn't help. But yeah, just curious. I've mainly just been wrapped up in the Pauper verse, if you will. And I've been consuming some legacy content through Bosch and Roll, but I haven't really kept up with any other formats. So just curious. But yeah, anyway, let's jump into what this deck is. It's an artifact deck. It's Affinity, right? We have a ton of artifact lands. We have 8 indestructible artifact lands with 3 Drossforge Bridges, the red-black, 3 Mistvault Bridges, the blue-black, and 2 Silverbluff Bridges, which is the red-blue. We have 4 Great Furnaces, 2 Seat of the Synod, and 4 Volta Whispers. And then we have 1 little Swamp here to round off our mana base. Deck-wise, we have a bajillion artifacts, right? We have 4 Chromatic Stars, 2 Blood Fountains, 4 Ichor Wellsprings. Chromatic Star is sacrifice Chromatic Star, add 1 mana of any color. You pay a mana and tap this. When it's put in the graveyard from battlefield, draw a card. Blood Fountain is when it enters the battlefield, create a blood token. You can tap 4, 3 colorless and a black, or just 3 of it, generic and a black, and tap it. Sorry, I'm still working through this. I'm assuming I had the flu like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still like trying to get that congestion gone. It's been rough. Whatever I caught was not fun. I definitely wouldn't recommend. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Ichor Wellspring, when it enters battlefield or leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Oh, sorry. Or it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield. I always just assume it's the same effect as Synthesizer. So please forgive me on that one. We have 4 Frogmites, which has affinity for artifacts. We have 4 Myr Enforcer, which has affinity for artifacts. We have a Thoughtcast, which has affinity for artifacts. Allows us to draw 2 cards. Affinity itself, it's the namesake of the deck, but if you don't know what it is, basically, if you have, say, Frogmite costs 4 to play, right? Because it has affinity, you can take away one of the colorless generic mana if you have an artifact on the field. So between our artifact lands and our artifact cards, Frogmite can play for free. Same thing with Myr Enforcer. So we also have 4 Gal Blast, which deals 2 damage to any target, but if we have Metalcraft, which is 3 or more artifacts, deals 4 damage. We have Krark-Clan Shaman, which is sacrifice an artifact. It deals 1 damage to each creature without flying, so could board wipe. We have a Chainer's Edict, target player sacrifices a creature. We have 4 Deadly Disputes, sacrifice a creature or an artifact, draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. We have 4 Reckoner's Bargains, which is basically the same thing. But instead of getting a treasure token, you get life equal to the sacrifice permanent's mana value. We have 2 Makeshift Munitions, which is an enchantment that you pay 1 to sacrifice an artifact. It deals 1 damage to any target. And last but not least, we have Gixian Infiltrator. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's the main deck. Sideboard, we have 2 Blue Elemental Blast, 4 Duresses, an extra Chainer's Edict, 2 Gorilla Shamans, an extra Makeshift Munitions, an extra Krark-Clan Shaman, and a red element and 4 red elemental blasts. So that is our deck. Let's get into a game. Apparently I still had slivers. I do want to show you this list though that I just found that I really want to build. And I'm gonna probably build it sometime soon, but check this list out. It's so cool. It's by Tim the Mana Dork. It's a little bit of an older deck, but it still looks kind of relevant-ish. But it is a Eldrazi Tron deck. Hold on. Hold, please. I'll keep this. We have a turn 2 Frogmite. Seagate. So I'll show you this deck in a second, okay? I was expecting to wait a little bit longer. And that ended up not being the case. So I guess we could just Ichor Wellspring and play Frogmite. Oh, it wouldn't be for free though, would it? Guess we could just Ichor Wellspring next turn. Yep. So Krark-Clan Shaman's really not going to be good here. Oh, it's my turn. Damn it. I was reading a text message, okay? I was reading a text message. So you should probably pay attention when you play Magic. Well, good thing I didn't just auto yield through the whole turn. Well, what is this? Shuffle a card from your library into your hand. Shuffle a card from your hand into your library. I read that completely backwards. If you do, draw 2 cards at the beginning of your next upkeep. Interesting. An instant. Why would... I guess they were tapped down, though, wasn't they? I guess that makes sense. Yep. So we did miss 2 points of damage, which is pretty frustrating. Could come back to haunt us. Chromatic Star is not that exciting. But I think I'm just going to do this to maybe find another land. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five, six. So the problem with that is I think if we sacrifice a treasure token, we lose it from Myr Enforcer. Currently gets +3/+3. Trinket Mage. When Trinket Mage enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal that card and put it into your hand. Then shuffle. Okay. I think... I mean, this Squadron Hawk, sure, whatever. Trying to debate how I want to do this. Okay. Well, that's an interesting card. Gonna lead on Ichor Wellspring here. We know he probably has another Squadron Hawk. But I'm okay with doing this. Just to clean up their board. Because this dude can only you can only activate that as a sorcery, so. Play Myr Enforcer and pass. Probably just throw down Makeshift Munitions next turn. Hold up the Reckoner's Bargaining. Fuck. Bye, Myr Enforcer. Another Squadron Hawk, sure. Gixian Infiltrator was a really good draw. Debating if I want to Ichor Wellspring or not. See if we can't just draw another land or another Myr Enforcer. I think I'm going to. Gain 2 life, get a counter, and draw a bunch of cards. All right. Probably going to play Makeshift Munitions and this Gixian Infiltrator next turn, and we can just start blowing up some of our lands to kill some of their Squadron Dorks. I think that's what my game plan here is. Let them play their Squadron Dorks, right? And then just... What does this thing do? Okay. Great Furnace. Makeshift Munitions. Infiltrator. Sure. They go back into their hand. No, bottom of their library. Sure. I'm fine with that because we have 2 more. Okay. Cool. So yeah, Krark-Clan Shamans can definitely come out. Yeah, unfortunately, Krark-Clan's not going to do a whole lot for us. I'm just like, go over here. Go over here. What is happening right now? Quit arguing with me, Duress. I definitely think we bring in the other Makeshift Munitions. It's just going to be the stronger card against them. I'm probably going to throw in the other Chainer's Edict. Outside of that, man, I really don't know what else is worth bringing in. Because Krark-Clan, unfortunately, is without flying, and most of their dorks are flying. Yeah, I think that's all we got. I think that's all we got. Coggates is a cool deck. I wouldn't mind playing Coggates at some point. Personally, I mean, I think it's cool. I like the idea of it a lot. Plays a lot of dorky creatures I like, anyway. What would I need to get it? I'll look in a second. Oh boy, this hand. I mean, if we draw, this is like one of those hands. Like if we draw something interesting to set these off, like a Ichor Wellspring or a Chromatic Star, this hand looks a lot better. I'm gonna risk keep it. I'm not like in love with this hand by any means. It's not the worst draw. I really want some kind of payoff card that I can use these guys for effectively. Tormod script? Weird choice. I think I'm just gonna lean into the Frogmite here. Lean in Frogmite next turn. I'll probably just play the Gixian Infiltrator. And just hold up Gal Blast. Probably what I'll do. Sylvian Lifestaff, sure. Another Infiltrator is pretty interesting. I don't get Tormod script. Like, we have the 2 blood fountains, but like, what are we doing outside of that? It's in our graveyard, you know what I mean? Like, it's a really strange, at least in my opinion, it's a really strange decision to do that. They go to Life Staff this turn. I'll probably just Gal Blast in response. Don't think they're going to play a land, though. Cool. Cool. Just Gal Blast the bird. What are they going to do next turn? Play another one? You know what I mean? Like, hopefully they have a tap land and they can't put a Life Staff on it. Not the best. We could Reckoner's Bargaining away the Great Furnace, make these 3/3s, hit them for 8, and potentially draw some cards. I like that plan. Not Reckoner's Bargaining, Deadly Dispute, because Deadly Dispute gives us a treasure. Ichor Wellspring was a really good draw there. Trinket Mage, sure. Ancient Den? Oh, okay. I was like, what is Ancient Den? 1, 2, 3, 4. Be 5. Things to do. Things to do. An interesting prospect, ain't it? You sacrifice treasure token, it pumps these guys. I mean, they trade off really nicely, unfortunately, but... I'm doing this on the hopes that I draw land. Untap land. Come on, you can do it. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just do this. I don't really have a reason not to just pump these Gixian Infiltrators. That's it. We beat Call Gates, everybody. Gixian Infiltrators. Cool. Affinity is really strong still. I'm going to look at Call Gates real quick to see what I would need to build this deck. Well, Prismatic Strands. Prismatic Strands. Hydroblast I just replaced with Blue Elemental, which I have 2 of. I have the red elementals. I don't have any of the dust to dusts, the gates. So there's a little bit of a price jump in. But look at this. Before I do this wrap up, look at this Pauper Eldrazi deck by Tim the Mana Dork. All right. 4 Nest Invaders. 4 Embercool's Hatcher. Winner's battlefield, put 3/0/1 colorless spawn creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have sacrifices added in the mana pool. Eldrazi Devastator. Okay. Which I would probably play Crusher over this. Oh, wait, they have Crusher. Never mind. Okay, we'll play both. Hand of Emrakul. Check this card out. You may sacrifice 4 Eldrazi spawn rather than pay its mana cost. It has Annihilator. And, like, there's so many cards in this deck that create spawns. Ancient Stirrings, Crop Rotation, Lightning Bolt, Brood Birthing. If you control an Eldrazi spawn, put 3 Eldrazi spawn tokens onto the battlefield. How wild is that? Explore, Expedition Map, Evolving Wilds, Forest, Mountain, blah, 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 blah. I would replace the Evolving Wilds with the one Courtyard that fetches up these cards. But yeah, it's a really, really cool deck. I don't know about this sideboard, but it's a really cool deck. I would love to try this out at some point. It's very cheap. Almost the entire bit of the cost of deck is crop rotation. Don't know when I'll get this. We'll see. But when I do get this, I do want to play this because this deck is cool. I really like what this deck's got going on. It's really cool. So anyway, yeah, Affinity's still really strong. Gixian Infiltrator is a really good inclusion. It doesn't have the explosive wind like a Tog does, but it feels like a better board creature, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's still a super, super strong deck. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, you can press that subscribe button if you haven't already. That little bell notification will let you know anytime I upload videos. I do a bunch of other video games too than just Magic. I do Magic 3 times a week. Well, mostly 3 times a week. Sometimes I'm sick. Sometimes I get busy. What have you. But mostly 3 times a week. And I mostly do Pauper. I do a little bit of Modern. Eventually, way down the line, I would like to get a little bit into Pioneer. Modern, I pretty much only play Dredge. I do want to finish out 8 Rack, so I have 2 decks to play in Modern. But mostly in Pauper. I really like Pauper as a format. Also, if you want to talk about movies or hear me talk about movies or anything movie related, there's a link into the my movie channel in the description. If you ever want to watch me live stream anything, there's a link to my Twitch. All my socials are linked, although Twitch and YouTube and Letterboxd are about the only ones I use. So take that as you will. If you're already subscribed, what's up? Welcome back. I appreciate your support. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.